For many years as a psychologist, I've done various interviews in the media, on television, and in print magazines and newspapers. And a lot of times, one of the topic areas that I get asked about the most is relationships. Specifically, what are some of the most common problems, relationship problems that people have? And you know what? One of them is this: feeling cursed, feeling as if a person is, for some reason, somehow cursed to fall for the wrong romantic partners and to end up being unhappy. So, a lot of times, one of the most common problems that people have when it comes to relationships is this fear that they will never actually find someone that's right for them. But this overall sort of fear almost that haunts them, feeling like something is inherently wrong with them or they were cursed, so that something about them they'll never be able to find what other people seem to find so easily. So, a person like this will often look around at other people, friends and family members, and say, well, everybody else seems to make it look so easy. They can find a partner who loves them and cares about them, and it's a functional, decent, or even happy relationship. But for someone who feels cursed to fall for the wrong partners, to be attracted to the wrong partners, they are secretly afraid that that will never happen for them, that it may happen for everybody else, but something about them is wrong or different. And for some reason, that is their sort of lot in life, their bad luck. I am here to say that is not true. If you are someone who feels like you are cursed, or you're afraid that maybe you're cursed to be attracted to the wrong people, to never end up being happy in a relationship, that's not right. You may tell yourself that. It may feel real and true, but that doesn't mean that it is. Just because something feels real, sometimes we have to really look at the evidence. And one of the things that you can do is you can ask some of the people in your life, hey, do you think that I actually have a chance at finding good relationships? And ask someone that you really trust, people in your life who have a really good level head on their shoulder. Ask them, what do you think I need to do to find someone who's good for me? And you know what? When you ask for advice from people who really care about you, people love to give advice. Trust me, people love to give it. In fact, one of the problems that I often end up counseling people on is how to deal when other people give you unsolicited advice, because that happens constantly. So, in the case that you are asking people that you trust for a little relationship advice, confide in them. Hey, I feel like I'm cursed, or is something wrong with me? Why can I never seem to find a relationship that works? Ask people, and just trust me on this, they will give you advice. Now, let's go back to the issue of, are you cursed to not be happy in a relationship? Are you cursed to be attracted to the wrong types of partners? First of all, look at your relationship history and ask yourself, are you talking about one bad relationship, one failed relationship? Or are you talking about a pattern, that you keep seeing this pattern of relationships that really they are failing? You end up feeling unhappy, frustrated. You may be repeatedly cheated on. You may be finding yourself with people who are emotionally unavailable. You may find people who are disrespectful or even outright mean or critical of you. Look and see whether there's a pattern, or if this is just one bad relationship. All right. If it's one bad relationship can probably happen to anybody. Okay. We are talking about if this is a pattern. If you, as a pattern, have found yourself in a series of relationships that aren't good for you, that leave you feeling bad, frustrated, as if your needs aren't getting met, the issue isn't that you are cursed. Then it's really important for you, and I want to say this gently and from a place of compassion and empathy. You have to look at your part. Is there something that you are doing? In what way are you not completely responsible for these relationships failing, but co creating this dysfunctional relationship? Again, as a pattern, you are not to blame. This is not to say that you are to blame, that you are at fault if you have a pattern of failed relationships. In fact, fault, really, what is the good that comes from finding fault? The point is, What are the solutions? How can we solve it? You have a relationship or a relationship pattern that's not working. What do we need to do to fix it? First step is gain insight into why that is. Okay. And the second thing is to look at any long-standing beliefs that you've had. And one of them may be that you are cursed, that it is somehow out of your control, that you are destined to find partners who are bad for you. I suggest no. You can take that power back. I want everyone to feel empowered to say, no, I can make choices. I can co create something positive with another person, that I look for positive emotional characteristics in a possible partner. I am careful. I conduct an ongoing informational interview when I am dating to try to find out whether this person is going to be a good match. I don't fall too quickly in love. I'm not idealistic. I don't tell myself that this is the one. I take time to see whether the emotional characteristics of this person can be a good match for the needs that I have. This is the way overall that you can think to tell yourself, no, I am not cursed. I have some role in who I seek out as partners as a pattern, and I am going to become more attuned to the characteristics that I am looking for, and I will slow down the process of falling in love so that I make sure if I end up getting emotionally attached to somebody, it's a good attachment, not an unhealthy one, because there's all different kinds of attachment, and everybody can get involved in a negative attachment if they're not careful. The goal is you don't want just any attachment, you want a positive attachment. What I would like to leave you with is that you are not cursed. I don't want you to walk through the world feeling that way. What a weight, what a ghost that can function as in your life. It can haunt you. You are not cursed. You do have control over the choices that you make, and you can learn to be careful about who you seek out, about who you give your time to. Okay. I hope this video has sort of gotten you thinking and even given you a sense of a little reassurance and compassion and empathy. You are not to blame for failed relationships. What you can do going forward is figure out what is your part to fix, what is your part to look at and take inventory of, and then to put one foot in front of the other and start practicing healthier relationship behaviors. All right. Hopefully, there are other videos here on my YouTube channel, Dr. Seth, that could be helpful for you on relationships and other topics. I wish you all the best, everyone.